You stop the clock when there's a double whistle.
I'm done.
When they drop.
If I stop, I'm done.
Polly is not here right now.
Oh yeah. Like he was only going against Guelph. He was injured. They had to help Liam like the hospital. And then they're like 20 minutes. I'm done. I've done my job.
Good afternoon and welcome. You are joining us here at the Oshawa Civic Centre. Quidditch Canada's Eastern Regional Championship is well underway. And we are currently looking at the face-off for our 5th and 6th place seeding. University of Ottawa will be playing against the University of Guelph. These two teams have had some extremely close matches all day long here.
Thank you.
Guelph facing a tough loss against Carleton at the very beginning of the day, where Carleton came up really early in the game, and then Guelph actually closed the point gap as the snitch period evolved. Unfortunately for them, Carleton snagged the snitch catch. I believe it was Alec Naftal with that successful catch, which secured Carleton the win and sent Guelph down into the lower bracket. Guelph came out victorious against the University of Toronto in a decisive 165-70 point victory, and now is playing their third and final game of the day against the University of Ottawa. Meanwhile, on the University of Ottawa end, meanwhile on the University of Ottawa end, due to their performance on day one, they didn't really have an opportunity to advance into the winner's bracket. However, their win against McGill earlier in the day, did give them the opportunity to fight for 5th place here.
So if UOttawa wins, they get 5th place. Gotcha. And if McGill wins, they get 7th.
University of Ottawa and Guelph, I believe, did play yesterday. Here, just give me a moment while I confirm that score for you. So, as stated, we're here today watching University of Ottawa face off against the University of Guelph. Both teams went 1-2 on day one. UOttawa winning their game against the University of Toronto, but losing their other two matches. University of Guelph winning their game, I believe, against McGill, also losing their other two matches. That was day one's record. Today, Guelph faced a tough loss against Carleton. University of Ottawa faced a tough loss against Waterloo. That's what sent them down into the lower bracket here, where they are now competing for 5th place. Officials are being provided by the University of Carleton team. Misha Whittingham will be the head referee for this game.
I would normally do more. It's going to be much better.
We've had a really excellent couple days of games here. It has been truly something special to see university programs like the University of Guelph and University of Ottawa not just survive but thrive coming out of a 2-year program hiatus due to the pandemic. And what is particularly special about University of Ottawa and University of Guelph is while they do have some veteran presence, a large number of the members of both teams are competing this season for the first time. A number of new recruits for both programs, really enabling a strong and sustainable program that I'm sure will carry them through to the next season. We're starting to see University of Ottawa do their cheer.
It's Guelph's turn. Carleton's was definitely the best chant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's usually me figuring it out and Devin going, bro, I mean, you just keep doing what you're doing.
I don't even know what it is. I
Keep
think
doing it.
someone
Okay,
told me it was
yeah.
Indigenous.
Yeah, it's an indigenous chant.
With that cheer of 1, 2, 3 Griffins, that brings the cheers from both teams to an end. Misha Whittingham calling for starting lines to come onto the pitch. On the University of Ottawa side, we have beaters Rebecca Schnellhardt and Sean Barrows. Keeper, I believe that's keeper Jacob Warboy, number 30. On the Guelph side of the pitch, we have Liam Catton, who will be keeping. Liam Catton, also the head of the Guelph Griffins program. And we have two first-timers going for the jump ball today. I don't believe we've seen them go for a jump ball this tournament. Emily Naftel will be jumping on behalf of UOttawa. And number 32, I am unfortunately don't have number 52. My apologies, number 52 on the Guelph Griffins, jumping for Guelph.
All the refs, yep.
Enthusiastic cheers from both teams. And it looks like Emily Naftel tips the jump ball to her end, but Jacob Warboy isn't able to collect it in time. Liam Catton scoops it off the ground, goes for the shot. Emily Naftel hustling back to get the block, and Emily Naftel is bringing up the ball now. Emily Naftel shadowing beater Rebecca Schnellhardt, number 14 on UOttawa, who's trying to create some space for her ball carrier with the pump fakes. And we have a missed beat from Guelph. Emily Naftel able to kick it off to the receiver, who just hits the base of the hoop, and Guelph is falling on the quaffle. Liam Catton, the keeper, trying to get in there, trying to secure a repossession of the quaffle for his team. The score is 0-0 for Guelph, and we immediately have a stoppage on the play here. right, so because it was a yellow card on the beater and the yellow card occurred under the hoops there, it's going to be a turnover of all of the balls that were affected here. So we have the quaffle turning back over to UOttawa, and referees deliberating here as to what will happen with the bludgers. Looks like the bludgers are just going to remain on the ground here. 74 collects the quaffle. Liam Catton with a big hit, stripping 74 on UOttawa of the ball, and Liam Catton is falling on the ground there.
It'll be 10 seconds. You're in here till 1:44.
Liam Catton collects the ball, and they're going to try and do a bit of a penalty kill here.
1:54, sorry. Countdown, it starts at 1:44.
It's going to be a block of the quaffle. Liam Catton tried to lead the chaser with the pass. It went just a little bit too far, and it's going to be a turnover for UOttawa. UOttawa falling on the ball here. The score is still 0-0. Jacob Warboy collects the quaffle, walking the quaffle up the pitch.
You got about 24 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Looks like it's going to be a successful penalty kill
2, 1.
for Guelph. Guelph beater number 7 released back into the pitch, and the UOttawa chaser number 1 shooting that just a little low. Jacob Warboy collects the offensive rebound. Guelph is now back at full strength and has bludger control. Rebecca Schnellhardt, number 14 on UOttawa, in possession of UOttawa's only bludger here. And UOttawa is cycling the quaffle around the perimeter. 74, back to 79, Emily Naftel, back to 74. Finally baiting Liam Catton to come out of the keeper zone. They send it back to number 30, Jacob Warboy, looking like there was a call of advantage on the play, which means that Guelph may have committed a penalty here, and that the referees were just waiting to see when the advantage for UOttawa had come to a conclusion so that they can actually issue the card. Oh no, that's my mistake. It looks like it is going to be a card for UOttawa.
You can wrap AR's $2. They charge $14.
Yes, that is going to be a card for UOttawa number 1. Sorry, color of the card? Gotcha. So we've got a blue card for an illegal swat. Number 1 will be serving a 30-second penalty. And the play has resumed. UOttawa now on the penalty kill. Jacob Warboy really taking his time with the quaffle to see if he can kill clock until number 1 is able to return back to the game. How much time on the penalty? It's a 30-second penalty.
Yeah, it's about
10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Off brew.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, and UOttawa now back to full strength. Not in time, though, to stop Liam Catton from getting the first point of this game. The score is now 10-0 for Guelph, and there is another stoppage on the play. Oh, nope. Looks like it was not a stoppage. My mistake, folks. We are dealing with 2 very close pitches and a lot of whistles. But the ball is now advancing. Pavel Popov in possession of the quaffle, number 90 here on UOttawa, looking for an opening. UOttawa really effectively cycling the bar here, able to pull out the Guelph beaters out of position, but Guelph does still have bludger control, and we're seeing a big hit attempt here from Liam Catton. He is successful in bringing number 1 on UOttawa to the ground. Guelph collects the quaffle, and that is going to be A repossession of the quaffle, a successful stop for the University of Guelph program. The score is still 10-0. Yes.
We should probably put it on this side.
Careful the elastic. Liam Catton trying to feed number 18 here. But the pass is whisked away by the wind, and UOttawa collects the ball there.
Oh my God. Hilarious news. Update. Oh, sorry. Update.
Bit of a scramble for the quaffle under the hoops, and another stop for Guelph. Liam Catton running downhill. His beaters are leading the charge. There were calls of no beaters from the Guelph bench, but it looks as though the University of Guelph team was not able to capitalize on the no beater run. Pavel is running up in possession of the ball, tries to send it out, but the pressure from the Guelph team prevents University of Ottawa from scoring. There's a missed beat from the University of Guelph, number 7, and UOttawa does get their first point on the board. The score is 10-10. Number 18, Guelph, juking around the defender. Hands it off to number 79, who goes for a return pass that gets picked off by Emily Naftel. UOttawa keeper insecure of the ball. And we are at 6 minutes of game time now. The score is still 10-10. This is a low-scoring affair. These teams are, I think, really trying to play a patient game. It's been a long tournament for both of them. Really emphasizing the passing and trying to create meaningful opportunities for their players to score. Number 34 sends it back up top to 91, who goes for the shot. The shot goes high. Score is still 10-10. It's going to be a turnover to Guelph, who is now inbounding the ball. Bludgers are exchanged down by the University of Ottawa hoops. Number 76, David Liver, is looking for an opening. Pump fakes, tries to send it off. I think that was an attempted pass. Again, getting just picked up by the wind. We're just picking up here a little bit here in Oshawa. Unfortunately, that is not a successful offensive possession. The score is tied here at 10-10. Guelph with bludger control. Peter on UOttawa, number 3, trying to defend against the creation of the no bludger situation. You see number 23 on Guelph trying to call for the press. Unfortunately, their beat attempt goes wide, creates an opportunity for number 74 in UOttawa to score. That puts UOttawa in the lead with a 20-10 score. Score is 20-10 for UOttawa. Time is just about 9 minutes here. David Liver, keeper on Guelph, bringing up the ball now. Dodges out of the tackle attempt. Number 17 anticipating that pass and on UOttawa, beating out the receiver.
No, get him back! Get him back!
17, you're beat.
Okay,
Number 23 three. Some ambitious beating here. Beating out the UOttawa beater as he was trying to sub. Forcing UOttawa to shoot the quaffle to avoid the midfield turnover. Guelph is now in possession of the quaffle. Number 20, looking for an opening, sends it wide to Brian Melchior, who's unfortunately beat out also, but we have another Guelph chaser who collects the rebound. Number 20 once again picks up the quaffle. There's a call of reset used. Number 20 doesn't see. Number 20 is stripped by Jacob Warboy. Almost able to get a hand almost able to get a shot off, but Jacob Warboy with a solid defensive stop there.
Warning every minute. Yeah. In between quaffle and stitch is a 3-minute intermission.
Can I get a time check, please? We are just past the halfway point of the quaffle period. The score is still 20-10 here. University of Guelph players anticipating those passes. Brian Melchior shaking off the tackle, but isn't able to get the shot off. And we do have an injury on the field here. All right, and we have Brian Melchior taking an injury sub here. He is walking off the field, and there is also going to be a card on the play, number 91 on UOttawa, taking a yellow card penalty for contact above the shoulder, contact at the neck. I believe that the quaffle will turn back over to the University of Guelph with and they will be taking the penalty. They will be retrieving the quaffle right under the hoops here. This will most likely result in a goal for Liam Catton. And play resumes. Pavel strips the quaffle. Liam Catton tries to gather it back, is able to kick it out to chaser number 2. She's able to juke the chasers. Oh, and almost jukes the bludger, but unfortunately is beat out. Number 79 collects the quaffle once more, is wrapped up by number 14. And the quaffle is loose on the ground. That is Rebecca Schnellhardt on UOttawa, cleaning up the noise, cleaning up the mess, sending every single Guelph chaser back to their hoops. That gives UOttawa an opportunity to kill the penalty here without taking a goal. The score is 20-10. Still for
10, 9, 8,
for
7,
UOttawa.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And that is the sound of number 91 being released from the penalty box just as Liam Catton ties this game up. The score is now 20-20. We're at 12 minutes of game time. The score is tied. The score is tied, 20-20. We're at 12 minutes of game time. Emily Naftel, number 79, kicks it off to number 1. Number 1 goes for a wide shot. The ball is sent all the way to the other end of the pitch. Jacob Warboy, number 30, collecting the loose quaffle. Tries to send it back to number 91. The quaffle rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover for Guelph. UOttawa trying to stop Liam Catton here. He still comes out of that scrum with the quaffle. Number 74 wraps Liam up, forcing him to release the quaffle for a less than ideal shot, and Jacob Warboy picks that pass off, or picks that shot off rather. Still a tie game here. These two teams are extremely evenly matched. Jacob with a great snipe of a pass to number 1, but the Liam Catton was there, and so were the Guelph beaters, sending number 1 back to hoops off broom, and we're getting a sub from Liam Catton now. Number 9 is in possession of the quaffle, passes it up to number 45. I believe that's Liam Zulian. Liam Zulian sees what he thinks is an open hoop, but Jacob Warboy was baiting that shot the entire time and picks the shot off. That's a number of blocks now that we've seen from Warboy today. 74 calling for help, finding none. Brian Melchior putting an immense amount of pressure on the quaffle. I think this is going to result in either a turnover or a card. We have 2 calls on the play, a 30-second blue card penalty for number 74 and a 1-minute yellow card penalty for number 22 on Guelph. We're going to have both carded players just come into the actual penalty box here a little bit closer. Right here. Yep. And we're going to also have Brian Melchior come in just a little bit closer to the tent, Brian. Coming a little bit closer to the tent. This way. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. And we'll get a countdown from the clock once number 74 is able to go back to hoops. How much time left on the 30-second penalty?
He has 20.
All right, 20 seconds left on the penalty.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
74, you're
74 on!
74 not recognizing that countdown was indeed for him. Is back in play. There's just under 30 seconds left on Brian's penalty, looking like UOttawa, Guelph with bludger control here, might be able to hold the tide off
8, 7, 6,
and kill the remaining
5,
penalty.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And Brian Melchior back in play as well. Both teams back to full strength. We're still at a tie game situation. We have just under 5 minutes remaining in the quaffle period. My mistake, we have 4 minutes remaining in the quaffle period in a very close game and extremely low scoring, only 2 goals apiece for both Guelph and UOttawa. And speaking of which, that's another successful stop for Guelph. What we're really seeing is some defensive prowess on display here. Liam Zulian kicks it back to Brian Melchior. Brian Melchior finds David Liver. David Liver shakes off the tackle from Emily Nastill, tries to shake off the other tackle, passes it off as he's being brought to the ground, back to Liam Zulian, who scores it. We finally have another goal here. That's
3 minutes!
That's 30-20 for Guelph. We have 3 minutes remaining in the quaffle period.
Louder. I can't. Where's my voice?
Emma, that's 3 minutes remaining. UOttawa trying to return the favor here, trying to tie this game up. There's a call from the UOttawa bench that Guelph has no beaters, but the Guelph beater number 7 was able to rush back into the play, and that is going to be a turnover for Guelph. Guelph keeper David Liver back in possession of the quaffle. That's a successful stop for Guelph. The score is 30-20.
Maybe you guys can sign me the scorekeeper
We'll do that now.
Brian, David Liver trying to send off, I think that was a floater of a pass intended for Liam Zulian, but the pass doesn't connect. UOttawa recollects the quaffle here. Can I get a time check? Sorry? 2 minutes left! 2 minutes remaining! Emma Sherwood, can you please let Misha know? Thank you. And that is yet another defensive stop. Liam Catton back on the pitch here. The two Liams, Pavel Popov wrapping Liam up. Popov isn't able to bring Liam down, but number 1 on UOttawa does bring number 45 down. Guelph still comes back out with the quaffle. Liam's going to go for the shot, spikes it just around Warboy. That is the largest lead that we've seen all game, 40-20. There is 1 minute remaining, 1 minute remaining, 1 minute remaining. The score is 40-20.
30 seconds!
For Guelph. And we have another stoppage on the play here. I believe that's going to be a card for the Guelph chaser for illegal contact. And there is just under 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left in the game. There's 10 seconds remaining in this game. That means that this penalty may carry over into the snitch period, unless UOttawa is able to score, which will allow number 34 to come out of the penalty box in the next 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Has the whistle not started? Some confusion from the scorekeeper here. And we now have the remaining 10 seconds going down.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's, there we go. Just waiting for a confirmation from Misha Whittingham that we have indeed ended the quaffle period. We are at the 20-minute mark here. That means that the penalty box player will serve an additional 50 seconds of penalty at the beginning of the snitch period. The score is 40-20 for Guelph.
That's hilarious. Chris Pratt
Yes,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I just found out. That was great. Do you ever get comments?
Oh, occasionally. Sometimes it goes over people's heads. Other times it's like.
And I'm guessing Carlton has a snitch here. There. With the coat. Oh, you're from Lincoln?
What?
I thought you said you were.
No. He's a Carlton. Yeah.
While we're waiting for the game to resume here, an update from the other side of the field on pitch 2. There is a close contest between McGill and the University of Toronto. McGill up by just 10 points. The score is currently 50-40 for McGill.
I'm sorry. It was like 10 seconds.
Don't worry about it.
Nah, you were good.
Sorry about it.
It's really kind of a game.
No, sorry, no, and I think that's an unforgivable ball. Oh, you're good. You're good. No, you just don't.
How much time is left?
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Waffle. 10 seconds, my bad. I was focused on being loud. I heard a whistle.
I also got a minute going.
On the other side of the field, we're seeing Waterloo warm up for their bronze medal match.
Yeah, people started moving. I was like, oh, they're gone.
Directly after this game on this pitch, you will see Waterloo against Carleton for the bronze medal game. Following that, we will have the return of Flamingos versus Valhalla. They competed earlier today, first game of the day. And Valhalla did come out victorious. Both teams have since won all of their respective matches, resulting in them returning back for the gold medal game. Misha Whittingham, head referee, calling for starting lines as we head into the snitch period. We have Alexandre Rivoche, who will be seeking number 39 for UOttawa. And I believe we have Liam Zulian, number 45, who will be seeking for Guelph. Lucas Pauly will be our snitch for this game. He has 50 seconds on his still, and they both have 10 seconds. So you don't have to, as long as they can. And we have the trademark courtesy handshake between seekers just before the game starts. To tip the ball over to the Guelph chaser.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Seekers are released. Sean Barrows, number 27 on UOttawa, immediately beating out Liam Zuli and sending him back to hoops. UOttawa currently in possession of the quaffle. Murray, number 91, sends it, attempts to send it to number 74. Liam Catton picks it off and does not have any resistance in his way. It's going to be a goal for Guelph. The score will be 50-20, and I believe that there will be another card on this play.
10, 9,
Stop time,
8,
stop time, stop time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm really bad. No, you're good.
Yellow card.
It's going to be a yellow card for number 91. Contact at the neck. There will be no time serve. The time serve is negated by the goal. The score is 50-20. And we have about 15 seconds before number 34 on Guelph is released from the penalty box here.
There are 2 yellows now to 91 for neck contact.
And do we think?
Yeah. We're just getting a confirmation from the assistant referee, Emma Sherwood, here to confirm that that was actually the player's second yellow card. That does result in the player being ejected from the game. There still will be no time served on the penalty. However, the player will be unable to re-enter the game.
We got 10 seconds.
Misha calling for players to remount.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And number 34 is back in the game. Guelph at full strength. Their last goal was shorthanded.
4 minutes!
Liam Catton coming out of nowhere to block that shot. Liam sends it wide, trying to send it to number 2, who was cherry picking over at the end. Unfortunately, it looks as though the chaser who was trying to receive the quaffle may have hurt herself in attempting to rush to catch that pass. We will be having an injury sub here on the field. Misha, can you get the game going since it's off pitch? Just waiting here for confirmation from the head referee that we're able to resume the game and ensuring that the injured player is okay. Liam Catton, captain of the Guelph team, trying to keep his players even-tempered and calm. Over on this side, we have Liam Zulian, the seeker for Guelph, in close proximity to the snitch. Alexandre Rivoche, the seeker on UOttawa, is all the way at the other end of the field. This is an opportunity for Zulian to get some one-on-one time with the snitch. We're at 1 minute and 15 seconds, and the play has resumed. We're just 1 minute and 15 seconds into this 5-minute snitch period here. Yep, stop it. And we do have a potential catch here by Alexandre Rivoche, number 39. We have Misha Whittingham approaching the score table here to confirm the score.
1 minute, 30 seconds in.
1 minute, 30 seconds in, so it's 3.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
There's 3.5 minutes remaining in the snitch period. If this catch is called good, that will bring us to a score of 50 to 55. The snitch catch is called good. The score is now 55-50 for UOttawa. They have a slim 5-point lead, but there are still 3.5 minutes remaining for Guelph to try and score and yank that win right back. It's going to be a close game. We saw these two teams exchanging goals. Guelph pulled just very narrowly ahead.
Snitch, I'll get you to, once this game's done, to sign the scorecard.
I'd like to continue.
The quaffle is deep at the Guelph end of the field. There is 3.5 minutes remaining in the snitch period. UOttawa collects the loose quaffle, an attempt to bring the UOttawa player to ground. There's an advantage call for, I think the advantage was being called for UOttawa, which means there is likely to be a penalty against the Guelph team right now. It's going to be a yellow card.
Oh, did it? Oh, thank you.
It's going to be called a yellow card for Guelph. Contact from behind. UOttawa is currently resetting at the midline. Here. Play is resumed. UOttawa in possession of the quaffle here. They have the advantage with number 79 on Guelph in the box. If they can capitalize on this, that will bring them to a 15-point lead. Emily Naftel getting tackled to ground, but gets the quaffle off to number 90. Number 90 is able to retrieve it. Popov trying to find an opening here. Kicks it back out to number 74. Number 74 goes for the goal. It's being called no good. I believe the call is beat before. Incredible defensive scramble from Guelph. It's no goal on the other end.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And Guelph is back to full strength. Number 79 is out of the box. Can I get a game time check, please?
We have about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining in this snitch period game. It is still just a 5-point lead for UOttawa.
2 minutes!
It's going to be a turnover for UOttawa. We have just under 2 minutes remaining in this snitch period. Still a 5-point lead for UOttawa. Liam Catton putting a high press on UOttawa is beat out. Number 1 advancing the quaffle. Looks like the UOttawa beaters were able to create an opening, but Liam Catton with the clutch block. It's going to be another turnover for UOttawa. The quaffle was sent far off pitch. We're getting a stoppage here at just under 1 minute. Still a 5-point game.
50 seconds!
This is a close game, folks. The stoppage on the play was, I believe, to ensure that clock was not wasted retrieving the quaffle. which was blown far off pitch. Jacob Warboy will be inbounding the quaffle on the UOttawa team. If UOttawa can keep... Yep, let's go. Every 10 seconds. Just give them every 10 seconds.
40 seconds!
Warboy to Naftal. Tries to send it.
40 seconds!
Bludgers are flying from both teams, but UOttawa still has possession of the quaffle.
20 seconds!
There's 20 seconds remaining. There is just 20 seconds remaining. This goal will end it.
10! 9!
It is a goal, and there is another stoppage on the play here. That goal would bring the score to 60-55 if the goal is called good.
Yep. Got it.
If there is a penalty on the play here, we will go back to 10 seconds, which will give an additional 10 seconds back on the clock. We're about to see if there is a penalty here. The goal is called good. That is a 5-point lead.
30 on UOttawa. Time is negated by the goal. There are now 10 seconds remaining in the game.
All right, so Misha Whittingham very commandingly informing us that Jacob Warboy received a yellow card penalty for contact at the neck. The time is negated by the goal.
Is that his first card?
Confirmation that that is Jacob Warboy's first card. There will be no time served on the penalty. And there are 10 seconds remaining in this game. UOttawa will have to score in these 10 seconds in order to secure the victory. It looks as though... UOttawa does have bludger control.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. That's game. There is a stoppage, and that is...
Final score, 60-55 for Guelph.
And that is a win for Guelph, a 5-point win made possible by a clutch score from Brian Melchior. That game just swung in both directions, folks. But thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be back here with the bronze medal match between University of Waterloo and University of Carleton. We hope to see you there. Tune in after that for the gold medal match against Flamingos in Valhalla.
Get it.
Thank you all so much for joining us this Easter